Hi. So here's my 2 cents as regards Incubus and Succubus. Now, I'm reading emails and people are sharing their stories and how they're being tortured by Incubus and Succubus. And while there's a list of reasons why this is happening, whether they summon it willingly, they have fantasies, kinks, and fetishes, it's like cooties, you get them from other people, you might have a like broken energy shield due to much drugs, too much weed, maybe not take care of yourself, too much alcohol, too much sugar, too much coffee, and you just like damage your body and your energy shielding, that will get a thing. Fragments of us and others, something from the past life, being targeted, high sexual energy, victims of my lab and secret space program, having the secret sex and, being reprogrammed by all of these things. There are many reasons. A lot of it has to do with also our past lives, not just the things we have gotten from others, not just the things we have experienced, and there's nothing that you have not done or seen. You've done it all, believe me. Or not, whatever. But it's like people who see various fetishes in their life or certain kinks and all, we have plenty of realms and planets where that's it's all about. And some of us are craving for relationships, and some of us are craving for some fun. Some of us become that demon that serves others. But anyway, there might be plenty of reasons for all those incubus succubus to show up. Now, here's the thing: a lot of people think that when it comes to a subject of incubus and succubus, it's usually going to show up as a sexual dream, as a having morning wood, as having an orgasm in the morning. You wake up and oh look, it just felt okay. Well, there's that, and also having a drain energy. There's a lot of symptoms, but most people stop here. It's like a light subject. Yeah, being tortured, like in a way, feeling exhausted, tons of sexual dreams, seeing all these people and scenarios. Oh, big thing. Most people don't experience it as intense, but those that do, it gets physical. You will see physical evidence. And that's like they leave some of those beings, some, not everything. They leave scars. They will leave hair. They will leave like you can see body fluids. So there's that part. Whether they're trying to impregnate or get the semen or other thingies, well, that's a thing. But other people will feel being pulled. Other people will feel like their body's being controlled, not just touched, not like it's gentle caresses. And one thing if they're touching your face or your back, but when your genitals are constantly tickled and touched and everything else, like you're just like, oh, come on, stop. But there are people who are being touched and caressed 24/7, a lowered body. And again, it's good if it's light. But when it gets like really physical, where they're pulling on you, where they're gonna pull your leg, where they're gonna make you not move your head, and not just do it throughout the night, do it throughout the day as well. So it gets really intense. And while there are many ways to deal with it, and I probably should make a separate videos on how to deal with incubus and succubus, number one thing people should try to do is get a camera and try recording yourself. If you experience that, okay, when is it I'm most likely to be attacked by incubus and succubus? When is that experience happening? Is it throughout the night? Well, if it's happening throughout the night, where are you sleeping? Check out like your patterns. What are you doing? What happens? The timing. When do you experience this kind of phenomenon? Once you get more details, just awareness of your situation, just to understand it, set up a camera in your room and record it, whether you're sleeping and that experience happens or whether you're awake. The thing is, a lot of those beings do not want to be spotted. Some of them think of it like a prankster or a bully. They're not. This is not the lightest way, but these beings will try to harm you, get your loosh. They have various different agendas. But usually the prankster, bully, they don't want to be found out. Think of this. Like a person in a company is constantly stealing money. Someone found out that the money is being stolen and now they're being washed. The person that was stealing the money is like, oh, I'm being monitored. Well, with all the money I've got, I better get out before I get caught. Or else something else is gonna happen. So this is like a caution. These beings are monitoring you, most likely. They will get into your space and they're like, oh, okay, I'm being watched. Some people do get camera interferences, so not the whole thing might be recorded if it's really intense. Others, others who are being attacked by incubus and succubus, they see that, oh, ever since I set up the camera in my room, these experiences stopped. Gee, I wonder why. So these bullies and pranksters, if they're doing it on a light level, they will leave your space. Because they got the luge, they got the energy, they mess with you, they got a sexual enjoyment. Now they can go, or sexual satisfaction, I should say, and now they can go and mess with someone else. Great. But if it gets real or more intense, if the camera doesn't help, we have to look at it like reasoning. Why are they doing this to you? What have caused you to get this incubus and succubus? Was it because some of your actions or someone is attacking you? Just like trying to analyze the situation. I made a separate video like talking about ways people get the incubus and succubus into their space. Once you understand the situation, where you have done something, where you have common agreements and stuff, then we can look into, okay, what can we do? Whether it is breaking the common agreements you have with incubus and succubus, like you love having sex, you're a highly sexual person, you might have porn addiction, you're just enjoying yourself. Come on. Like a lot of people like want that satisfaction, and that's good. So if it's too much, an incubus succubus, they might have certain kinks like you, certain fetishes just like you. They might have like this high sexual energy just like you. You match. There is something in common between you and them that has to be broken. Now, some people might be a bit more aware of what's going on, and they might communicate with these beings. If they show up, if it's in their space, if they're awake and aware when this is happening, you can communicate with an incubus and succubus, have a conversation, and understand why exactly are they doing this. Do they have a higher up or not? Or just like, okay, they're acting by themselves. If you cannot communicate, but you know you're being attacked, then you're looking at like, when did it first happen? First experiences, the very first times, origins of this whole experience and attacks, because you might have done something. You might have eaten something, consumed something, like really messed up your physical body system and energy shielding drops. So all of a sudden you have to repair yourself. Do some detox, take care of your physical body, yada, 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 all the goodies, healthy stuff, looking into other people and all the things they're offering, and look at yourself as an individual and what would be best for your body. But going differently, some people can just imagine and think of a realm that might be just for pure fantasy and give all the needs that would satisfy the incubus's and succubus's sexual needs. If they have a craving for certain fetishes, if they have a craving for specifics with you, create those scenarios where they will get the satisfaction, but with a deal that they will no longer mess with you. Offer them something better. It's like a game. Can you bet higher? Can you give them something that's going to get their attention? And they're like, well, yeah, we're going to leave you for sure to get that thing. So there's that. But there's also a possibility with the secret space program and military abductions. They do those programs, and a lot of times this whole thing with incubus and succubus, it's usually an overlay. They have some higher programs going. They know that you might be into sex, you might have high sexual energy, which is great if you do. We're happy for you. But at the same time, it's like, okay, we know that this is your thing. We're gonna distract you with it. And by we, like talking about Secret Space Program, My Labs, and all the other thingies, like plenty of groups for their agencies and all. These guys, they will give that incubus and succubus as an overlay when the deal and the problem is much bigger. You wake up feeling exhausted, sure, physical abductions happen, you might be taken, they might come into your room, they might mess with you, they might do text, they might try to do impregnation and the hybrid stuff, and it can go into pretty much like mumbo jumbo, woo, like too much, okay? So we have to draw the line of finding out what's going on to you and how deep we're gonna take it. But then again, I'm just giving my 2 cents, like noticing some comments on what people are talking about, and a lot of times it just stops with, oh, there's a dream and feeling exhausted and having some semen or body liquids out. Yay, great, this is it. But it can get really intense, and when it's a lot, the first things first, get a camera, start recording. A lot of times they're just gonna leave. There's plenty of other techniques. I can make separate videos. If you have questions, if you have anything you would like to share, please leave a comment below and we can get straight into that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.